Hello, dear ones. This is going to be a spiritual guidance reading for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Nodes for the period of now through February. This will also be a general glimpse into the current astrological influences affecting your life affairs. I'll be seeking guidance and providing you with messages about this transiting energy and how it can be consciously directed to help you on your path for your well-being and spiritual balance. In closing, I will wrap up your reading today by asking for a loving message or a bit of advice for you from great beloved spirit. If you're interested in more information about this reading, or if you'd like a personal reading with tarot and/or astrology, my contact info is below. I want to thank you for being here today. Thank you in advance for your presence. And please let me know how this reading vibes with you by leaving me a comment. You're the reason that I'm here, and your input is very valuable to my work. So I appreciate positive feedback. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can stay connected with me as I upload more content. All right, Scorpio, let's go. I've already cleared the space for this reading today. I've already meditated on your energy, and by that I mean your astrology, as well as asking Spirit just for some overall higher messages today. I will probably drive you guys crazy today drinking water. I don't know if it's just the winter weather or what, but my sinuses are going crazy. I can't drink enough water to save my life. I have been talking more than usual, and that might be irritating my vocal cords. But astrologically, Scorpio, there is mostly placements of the planets that are as they're traveling at this time is all in the houses of your inner self, your inner journey. So with the exception of Uranus and Mars in the house of partnerships, relationships, business partnerships, even friendships, your social self, okay? And this means that right now the emphasis for you is really strong in the inner realm, the matter of how you appear to the world, your resources, how you communicate with people in your close environment, your friends, family, relatives, parents, siblings, and in particular, your area of home is very accentuated at this time because of right now there's 4 planets in your house of home, and through February it's going to be joined by Venus and the moon, and Mercury is literally going to backtrack itself and conjunct with all of those planets in the first decanate of, which is the first 10 degrees of Aquarius. So your home is going through a period of transformation. Lots of new ideas coming in, lots of exciting, maybe some house renovations going on. But there's the possibility, Scorpio, because of the planetary energies for you at this time, for some domestic trouble, conflict, challenge. We'll call it challenge. And it's really up to you how you choose to direct your energy, this energy that's working for you today, or I'm sorry, today, through the month of February. But I'm going to do a general reading for you today, looking at just your overall energy and life affairs, like what kind of energy are you bringing in with you, Scorpio, and also, you know, what might be challenging for you at this time, and a message from your higher self, as well as some advice. So that's the general part of the reading, as well as I will be looking at 3 additional cards that specifically I'm asking Spirit to hone in for us on your astrology. And then, of course, we'll have the crowning card, which is the overall theme of the reading. And I will sum everything up by providing you with a couple oracle cards for a love message from Spirit. So with that, I'm going to start shuffling. How is everybody doing today? Today in Louisville, Kentucky, it was so nice. The sun was shining. There was a cool breeze, but nothing real strong. So because it is cold, it was easy to enjoy the sun today. I got out with my puppy, did some bike riding, walking. All right, Spirit, please show us the messages that we need for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node for the period of now, beginning now through February. Please show us the messages for Scorpio at this time. Well, there you go. And look at that. What was I saying, you guys? This might be a difficult period for you all. Astrologically, there's a lot of challenging energy, and I'll touch upon that because I know it's going to come up in the reading. All right, Scorpio. Let's take a look at your general, I'm just throwing stuff. Your general cards here. Whoa. Okay, the overall card crowning you at this time is Ten of Swords. So you're in a point of things being tied up, completed. This is a moment of endings. And it's very likely that it's a relationship that is central to the focus here. This is a card of mental anguish on a very deep level, because you've come to the point in your journey where you realize everything that you've invested hasn't quite gotten you what it is that you are dreaming of or expected. So it's a moment of awakening for you. We all go through mental anguish, and it doesn't have to be a detrimental experience. Usually those are moments in our life where we're asked to make changes, reevaluate. But this is a place in your journey, Scorpio, of completion and some struggle. Definitely letting go, maybe some realization that somebody that you cared for very deeply, or a project that you were invested in, just is not fulfilling to you. This could be in the area of work. Some of you may be contemplating a new business, a new endeavor that's more fulfilling for you. But right now there is quite a bit of energy going on that is reminiscent of transformation, inspiration, new ideas, new thought. It's a very creative time for you. Romantically, a lot of you are feeling a sense of, I would almost call it spiritual discontent. It keeps coming into me, Scorpio, that it's your work life as well that's going through a point of contention for you. Yeah. The issue, situation card is Ace of Wands, and what's crossing you is the Nine of Cups. I feel like some of you are very inclined to overdo things when it comes to your goals. Like it's either all or nothing. You put a lot of energy into getting the ball rolling, but the follow through is lacking. There may be some indulgence, laziness, right? Some of you may be so emotionally overwhelmed at this time that it's hard for you to act upon your inspiration, your inspirational ideas. The card for the hidden energies, things that may be unknown to you at this time, Scorpio, is the Knight of Pentacles. I'm seeing that you have a lot of resources, abilities, insight, wisdom, a lot of strength, fortitude that sometimes you tend to relegate to the background, even forget that you have. And so you could be letting your blessings fly out the window, so to speak. It's like when you have the air conditioner on in the dead heat of the summer, but the windows open. It's a sense, I see you squandering gifts, letting your resources be spread too thin. Perhaps you're dealing with too many people, Scorpio. Perhaps you're listening to the input of others to your detriment. This is a period of time where you're a little bit hypersensitive to the thoughts and opinions of others, especially concerning work. So if you are, in fact, one of those people starting a new project that's creative or artistic in some way, be mindful to monitor how you feel. You know, don't let all the chatter of other people's opinions lead you astray. Your higher self card, yeah. The guidance from on high for you, Scorpio, at this time is Page of Swords. So expect to receive lots of communication regarding whatever it is you're thinking about creating, or that spark of inspiration to come in soon. Or I also see for some of you, air signs are very active at this time. So there could be somebody with who's an air sign. So that'd be a Gemini, a Libra, Aquarius coming in to help you with this creative project, or someone who has very strong air in their chart. The air is a big affinity for you at this time. The universe is asking you to assimilate the energy of air. I guarantee you there are messages and spiritual guidance type of information coming in through people, through dreams, through some type of technology. And it's definitely air signs for you. The advice for you, Scorpio, is 3 of Cups. This is such a beautiful card. In any deck, the energy of the card is beautiful. It's about celebration. You know, whatever it is that's fulfilling to you, there's people in your circle that appreciate it in the same way. And you can get together and you can reflect upon your victories. You can bask in the sunshine, bask in the goodness. This is a card of community. This is a card of jubilee and joy, and it's coming into me, Scorpio, that given the challenge that you have going on in your emotional life, so with your relationships, especially your home life relationships, this is the energy to manifest, to bring in, to create, okay? When you are frustrated, be grateful. Find something to be grateful about, basically. Like turn all the negatives into a positive as much as you can at this time. Again, when I was meditating upon your energy, Spirit clearly said to me that the disturbance or challenge that you feel from the energy around you at this time, you have a choice on how you're going to react. If you're going to react in a balanced way, or if you're going to allow your emotions and the situation to take a hold and become a volatile situation. You know, right now is a time for heated discussions. If you're not careful, things can quickly escalate and turn into arguments. Yeah, it's a lot going on for the astrology cards that we have appeared in your spread, Scorpio. There's 2 major arcana of the 3 cards, which are major events, okay? And remember in the beginning we talked about completion. In areas of life, home, partnership, and career, something is coming to a close for you. A cycle in your life is being completed. So again, I see you. For some of you, it could literally be a change of career or a promotion to a whole new level in your career. But my overall sense is that it's literally walking away from something that you did not find fulfilling. It was mentally, abrasive. The work you've been doing up till now has been mentally abrasive. It's been mentally taxing. It's been stressful. It's been just unfulfilling. You're not happy. And that time period is coming to a close. So I want you to be encouraged, Scorpio, because you are going through this challenging time, to remember that the sun is coming out to shine for you after you get through these lessons. So go through it in a positive way. What am I talking about? This energy. This world card represents a dynamic aspect going on for you astrologically between your 1st house of self, your 4th house of home, and your 7th house of partnerships. So if you're a sun Scorpio, moon Scorpio, if your rising is Scorpio, your chart pretty much looks like this as far as the transits, where the planets are. And if your sun is Scorpio, we imagine the sun is in the 1st house and interpret the chart that way. So what is going on for you is this Tsquare. Okay, the Tsquare is literally affecting your planetary body, whatever planetary body that you're here for, sun, moon, rising, or north node, is in opposition to Uranus and Mars in the house of partnerships. So you have this challenge going on between the things that you're trying to accomplish and then the way you need to function in your relationships. And all of that is also touching on the 4th house all of these planets down here in Aquarius, the Sun, Jupiter, Saturn, and Mercury. Okay? So because of this dynamic aspect, you can take it off of the chart here, because now you can visualize it. See, from first house to seventh house to the fourth house, there's this dynamic energy. And again, I see air. The house of your fourth house is ruled by air. Okay, you probably have some very, what's the word? Lots of activity going on in the home. And there's a potential here for some grace, Scorpio, though, because of Jupiter in the mix. Lots of grace is at your disposal. Lots of new life experiences, expansion, new adventures, travel, journeys. But in this context here, the journeys are probably inward and mental. And this would be a good time for you to take advantage of this energy to go inwardly. Inwardly. That's not a word. Go inward. Meditate. Practice solitary type activities. Go fishing. You know, sit and listen to some music or read a book or go take a walk in nature. These kind of things. But it's a time for you to really reflect and get in touch with yourself and process whatever this dissatisfaction is that you might be experiencing. Okay, and that's because of the World card representing your cardinal, meaning active part of yourself, the part of yourself that's trying to achieve your basic needs, your needs for having a good identity, having some kind of confidence in yourself, having a stable home life, having partnerships and relationships, and being able to step out in the world in a way that is secure and supported and emotionally fulfilling. And in terms of your career, you know, the sun is shining on your career, Leo. Leo is shining on your career, Scorpio, on your house of career. So for you, career is part of how you define your identity. It's part of who you are. You know, you're one of those people that will put their heart and soul into their work. Now, as far as your more emotional needs and social needs and your ability to acquire the things that you value, again, it's a lot of disappointment and a lot of heartache. Some of you may be feeling like you get the short end of the stick when it comes to the things that you're trying to work on or achieve or that you want for yourself. Some of you are experiencing loss. It would not surprise me if some of this is in connection to what's going on because of the pandemic. I don't know whose heart does not appear visually like this at this time. I feel like some of you might be opening up to love in new ways. There might be layers at which your emotional life is opening up to you and becoming known. you're probably attracting a lot of people to you. There's a lot of people just attracted to you. If it's not social and emotional, it could very well be sexual. This is a very intense sexual period for you, Scorpio. And it's for the purpose of getting in touch with your deepest self. The moon is the card we pulled to represent your cadent houses. These are the houses of the communication, work, the higher mind, and the subconscious mind. It's about your intuition and how you process information. It's about your perceptions. It's about how you talk to yourself. You know, what does your inner voice sound like, Scorpio? I'm getting a message that it is definitely imperative for you to develop a communication, a dialogue with your inner voice if it's something you've not learned to do yet. And it seems like for you right now, it's a very strong desire to, what's that word? Like be self-empowered, self-acclimate. Like you guys are very much in tune with some very deep inner processes at this time. You're doing a lot of inner work, and it's instinctual. You know, you're looking at how you react to other people. And some of you are going through a purging process in terms of your relationships. You're cutting ties. You're saying goodbye. I want to point out the possibility of some volatility for you starting about the 11th of February through at least the 20th. February 11th through the 20th, those are about 10 days. You guys want to watch your thoughts, watch your tongue, avoid conflicts, because it's you will have, see the moon, this is a picture of February 1st. So the moon by the 11th is going to be here. It's going to be a new moon on February 11th. Okay? So the moon is going to join the sun. Venus, which is, I want to say is right at the end of Aquarius at this point. It is going to move into about 5, 6, 7, somewhere there of Aquarius. Mercury, which is at the end of Pisces, or I'm sorry, at the end of Aquarius, is going to backtrack its ass. So yeah, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 planets all in about a 5-degree space of Aquarius. And this is just, it's forming again. It's the Tsquare I was telling you about. It's this direct Tsquare. Okay? So again, February 11th, that's the exact moment that the moon conjoins the sun. So of course, by the end of that day, the moon's out of there. But you know, it's put its footprint down. So I'm just suggesting to you all that it could get real intense for you emotionally, domestically. Conflicts are very possible, and I'm talking violence. Lots of volatility out here in the universe right now. So mind your manners. Don't allow anything negative into your space at this time. Purify yourself. Spirit, please clarify these cards for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, North Node, and Rising for the period now through February. Please give me 5 cards to clarify the general spread, Spirit. Ooh. Oh, that's too many. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, hangman. Yeah, what was I saying? You just let everything go. Ooh. Okay, Scorpio. Yeah, okay. You have had some new inspiration, some new idea that it seems like it's something that is been building for a while, that you've been desiring, and you have finally decided to go for it. Some of you might be taking time right now to gain wisdom or experience, or maybe you're just gathering up a lot of energy, maybe some reserves. So you might be taking a break. There might be some kind of vacation in store for you where you can replenish yourselves for something new. I'm getting that so strongly. There's something new, Scorpio, that you're creating. And the universe wants you to know that it is infused with spiritual power. Like this, something that, whatever it is that you've decided to do, it's good. Ultimately, some of you may have developed some toxic ways of expressing your emotions, and this is the time for you to figure out how to balance yourselves between the head and the heart, figuring out that your thoughts and mind, your thoughts are generated from your mind, but they're not, your mind is not who you are. You have to suspend your attention to your thoughts for a period of time and actually get in touch with the emotion of what that energy is. And some of the thoughts that you're experiencing do not serve you, so you shouldn't be entertaining them. And I see that some of you have a toxic, almost addictive way of letting thoughts run through your mind, negative thoughts, telling yourself that you're separate, that you don't have connectivity or similarity or value when it comes to other people. You need to stop that shit. That shit's just not true. So that's what I got for you on that note. As far as your life affairs go, it's definitely a time for you to see that you are boundless when it comes to the things that you want to achieve, Scorpio. There's absolutely no limitation to the things that you can do. You have boundless energy. Whatever traps that you perceive or binds to your will are self-imposed. Some of you need to ask for forgiveness, or there's somebody that needs forgiveness, needs to forgive you. You need forgiveness, or you need to ask for forgiveness. I can't see clearly what that is. The Judgment card showed up with the Three of Swords, which represents your inner self, your resources, your joint relationships, your social side of life. And the Judgment card is all about being able to see the bigger picture, seeing your relationship in the situations that come up in your life. It's a card, I see it a lot as mindfulness. Looking at things in a non-judgmental manner to figure out the truth of a situation. And if there's an apology necessary, you yield an apology. It's not about being right or wrong. It's just what is needed in this situation. And the universe is also showing me that some of you are probably struggling with this whole inner journey. You're vacillating between the activity you're so used to do. You're very active. You are the managers, the ones that like the machinists of this cosmos. You put things together, you break them down and put them back together. So you're used to constructing and doing and building and redoing and rebuilding. But right now, it's not that time for you, Scorpio. And some of you are struggling with that. I would say just be gentle with yourself. It is a process. I know I feel challenged whenever I'm trying to overcome habits. And I have habits that are damn near 50 years old practically that I'm still trying to overcome. So it's a process. And I hope you treat yourself and life gently as you go through this learning experience. So I'm going to consult the Amenti Oracle for insight from your higher selves. I'll sum up everything with the overall card and the bottom of the deck card in a minute. I don't know. I have this calling to this deck right now. That's intense. Like, I feel like your higher selves is just banging on my head right now, saying, "Hear me, hear me." Please give us a message from higher self of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node. What does Scorpio most need to know at this time, Spirit? Thank you for your love and guidance, ever protection and healing. Please provide us a love message from you, the higher self of Scorpio. What does Scorpio most need to know at this time? Ooh-wee. I think I've already been consulting with your higher self through this entire reading, Scorpio. I benefit with gratitude. What was I saying? What did I say? You know, when you start having crazy thoughts, when you're dealing with the craziness of this time, just practice some gratitude, because that will always bring you back to a positive place. When you don't know what else to do, just practice gratitude. It will get you through this time. Not with flying colors necessarily, but it will definitely get you through a lot easier than if you don't practice gratitude. So this is your higher self, Scorpio, talking to you. I keep my own counsel. What was I saying when I said there's some of you are working on things and you're worried about what other people think about your work and all of that stuff. And I also was saying that some of you are probably in a place right now where you're doubting whether or not if your work is even worthy. This is something you've wanted to do for a long time. And it's something you're passionate about. And it's something that will be fulfilling to you. Maybe not profitable. Profitable is not fulfilling. Fulfilling is a love energy. Okay? It's the energy of love. And your higher self is coming in to say, yes, you know what to do. Be true to yourself. Follow your gut. Listen to your heart. And the things that you are planning at this time are coming from your higher self. You see this big eye right here? That's what I see in this card. The feather is representative of wisdom. And she is just being showered by her own sight. She can see clearly. So she doesn't need to run to other people and ask their opinion. Other people's opinions don't always matter. And at this time, Scorpio, that's a huge tool for you. The last one we got from your higher self is I do good. Some of you might be struggling with the decision about this thing you're working on because maybe it's not all up and up. Just make sure you're doing good. Treat yourself good so that you can treat other people good. That's most important. Overall energy, you have come through a complete cycle of life, and now you are learning how to balance every single thing that you've learned up till now for your benefit and that for others. You're learning emotional balance. You're learning mental balance. You're learning that your resources are not infinite. So you have to care for them in a gentle and loving and respectful way. I want to also point out before I close that the moon phases are, again, there's a new moon on the 11th of February in Aquarius. There will be a full moon in Virgo on the 27th of February. And Virgo is about self-care. It's about our work habits. It's about communicating with integrity and attention to the details, you know, not smoothing over things because that would appease other people, but it's very much about the truth. Being true to yourself, true to your work, true to the environment, true to your people. Okay? And I find it interesting that the full moon is going to be in this very self-oriented sign, work service oriented sign at the end of this month. So again, Scorpio, the last thing I want to say is just take it one step at a time. Be gentle to yourself. Get plenty of rest. That will conclude this reading. I will have links in the description box below as to the cards that I've incorporated in your reading today. And you can also feel free to follow up with me at my contact information if you'd like more information about this spread, or just your sign in general. If you'd like a personal astrological reading or tarot reading, my contact information is below. But with that, I'm going to say goodbye. Oh, one more thing before I do. The bottom cards, because I was looking at them during the spread and I wanted to make sure I told you that this is where you are. So I see this as very positive. You're in a place where you're definitely feeling yourself, but universe is saying you have gifts that go beyond your imagination. And right now I'm trying to help you develop them, polish them. I want to make sure that you're aware of really your life's purpose. That's what it's coming into me as. The North Node is currently in the 8th house of Scorpio in your chart. With Mercury all governing the entire affair, which is your mind. So your mind is completely on your process. You are in your power, Scorpio. Make sure you are taking time to be grateful for that and for everything else that you have in your life. And that's it. Yes, I will definitely be saying goodbye now, but never forever. Talk to you later. Ciao.